Just 10 days of hard work, and then 5 years, you can just relax.
आने वाले समय में एक बेटे के रूप में, आपके परिवार के एक सदस्य के रूप में, आपके क्षेत्र के विकास को मजबूती के साथ आगे ले जाने में मैं आप लोगों का भरपूर योगदान और समर्थन करूंगा.
I think the most important thing is to have a personal connect with the people. The people of Himachal per se are very down to earth. They're very simple and they're very God-fearing. Himachal is called Dev Bhumi, the land of gods. I really wasn't that eager, but then obviously you have to do it at one point in time. Being in the organization is something else, but being in the electoral politics is something else, and to survive in active politics, it is very important to have an electoral debut as soon as possible. I get up at 6 in the morning every day these days, and then I...
Really, do you?
Yeah, I do. And then I call up all my people, or I speak to all of them, and then I ask them about the feedback, because otherwise, the person who is contesting, he doesn't really get the time to speak to anybody. He's so engrossed with his own functions. Just 10 days of hard work, and then 5 years, you can just relax. No, it is. It definitely is important, and I think I have been one of the most active youth faces in the last 5 years to be active on Facebook. You see, in a state like Himachal, getting from Chamba to here, getting from Dharamshala to here is a hell of a task. So it takes a lot of time. So it really helps, to have a personal connect with people. They have an organized and voluntary army of people who troll, people who abuse, people who use abusive language, people who degrade people on Facebook and social media. But that is something that you have to live by. You have to abide by it, and then you just have to ignore it. And the most unfortunate part is that these trollers are being followed by the Honorable Prime Minister. So that is something that needs to be set right. Stepping into his boots is a very difficult thing, into his shoes a very difficult thing, because his persona and his charisma is something that people expect me to have equal level of expectations from me also. Right. So it's very difficult, and especially at this young age. But I try to do my best. I try to interact with people as much as possible. The cons are that firstly, the opposition is targeting me continuously, that I am from a political family and I am from a royal family, ye to Rajwada Shahi hai and all of that. But then, that is not there. If my father has been in political life for he has had such a long political innings, and he has been able to establish himself not only in Shimla district, where we were where our erstwhile state was, but all through the state. So I think that has been because of his constant touch with the people. First state in the country to set up Himachal Pradesh Skill Development Corporation, where we've tied up with all the multinational companies. We have a state-of-the-art infrastructure that we are creating also, and we have something in place where we are tying up with all these MNCs and all the companies that are there in the state. There is only a very limited sector which we have in Una and Baddi area. Yeah. So we've tied up with all these people, and the kind of demand they have, and the kind of demand we have in the hotel industry, that kind of training and skill is being imparted to the youth. Definitely that area is something that needs to be tapped upon, because initially the entire focus of the government also and otherwise also has been on the Kullu Manali sector. So this area has a lot of potential, but also because of the defense threats in this area, because this area is adjoining China, and the kind of development that should have taken place, we have been lacking in that. But definitely in the times to come we will develop it, and this area is anyways in the tribal sector, so there's a lot of tribal people going, there's a lot of routes which people take from here to Kinnaur, Kalpa and further into Lahore Spiti. Right. So we need to develop this on a more than a government sector. It needs to be developed on a public-private partnership, on a PPP mode. We don't have the expertise to have our own setup as a tourism industry. I think somewhere the BJP is on a back foot, and it is because they know that they are sensing defeat, so they need some person as a scapegoat. So Mr. Dhumal is being used as a scapegoat in this, and they know that when they will be defeated, they will have somebody to blame this defeat upon, and Mr. Modi will be saved from this.